What's up? What's up, Adrian? What's up,
Hey,
Facebookies,
hey,
YouTubers, and X fingers? Ain't no Twitter fingers no more. It's X fingers.
X fingers, they changed the name. What's up with you? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing good. How are you, Adrian?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I see you representing your team, huh?
Well, I gotta let it all out.
Yeah,
I gotta
a
lay
lot
it
of
all out there on the line. We don't got nothing to lose, so
yeah, yeah.
we
It's
got.
out the street. They went up. They went up. When the 49ers pulled it out, the city just really like erupted. They've been waiting on this for a long time.
Oh yeah, I know. I know. San Francisco went nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody got on their gear. Celebrating. I'm
yeah.
happy for. I'm happy for y'all. I'm happy for y'all.
Well, it was I can't say a long time coming because we ain't won yet. We done been there before, but we got to win. You know, we got to
Yeah.
come through. We got to push it through. Tired of just getting
Mm-hmm.
there and not pushing it through. But anyway, I like that Lakers hat.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's my team, man. That's my team.
That's mine too. That's my NBA.
Yeah, yeah. I just saw that blow that LeBron took. I mean, it looked like it was kind of fake at first, but when you really look at it, he got hit. But a lot of people said it was a phantom blow, and he just went down and acted it out. Yeah.
Well,
He's
Lamar.
been labeled crybaby. You know what I mean?
Yeah. LeBron can't be an actor, so LeBron can't be an actor. Okay, Adrian. So what's up with this football, man? Let's get into this. Let's get into this talk, and then we'll get into our letter.
Absolutely,
Get
absolutely. I'm
into
ready.
this talk. What happened to? Let's talk about the Chiefs and the Ravens first. Let's start with them.
Woo, yeah,
I
yeah.
know you
So
had your eye on Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, he was a league MVP. The new contract, the focus. They were blowing. We're not blowing teams out, but they just had a good record. The defense was playing good. Lamar was playing good enough. But when it was, came down to it, he just couldn't deliver.
Yeah. Hey, Toya. We got our chat line of Toya in the house. She said, "Hey, y'all." But
Hey, hey.
I said this last week, and I've been listening to a lot of the announcers since the game and stuff. All the ex players and all that. Anyway,
Mm-hmm. The pundits.
I. I told you I think that at this level in the game, the coaches is gonna depend on the coaches. It's a chess match. It's a chess match. So let's start with the Chiefs and the Ravens. What did you like about the Ravens? What did you see that you liked about them?
Well, it wasn't a whole lot that I liked. They were still in the game. In the third and fourth quarter, and all the mistakes that they had made, all the calls. You know, I'm surprised that they were still in the game, but they were in it all the way to the end, and actually had a chance to tie the game, send it to overtime, or actually take the lead. So, but they just made so many mistakes. They just did not play. Lamar Jackson, he stayed in the pocket. He really didn't get out. He didn't run. I know Andy Reid, Steve Spagnuolo, I believe they you know practiced for him running, and probably had the linebacker, a couple of players ready for him, but he stayed in the pocket too long. He held the ball too long. They had a few drops, but overall, Lamar Jackson, he just did not play his game. Seemed like
Right.
and like you said it. The coaching was you know, key in this. And Kansas City, the coaches, they managed the game well.
Yeah.
You got to give it up to KC. Really.
Yeah. I want to say what's up to my fellow Bang Bang Niner gang member. Deacon Duran is in the chat. What's up, SF, baby? We headed to the Super Bowl. Just had to take a little break for that. But anyway, what I wanted to say about Baltimore is that um what what I saw is he couldn't get that many runs in. I think what the defense Chiefs coach, take your hats off to him. What he did was he contained him. If you look at it, they surrounded Lamar when he had the ball. He couldn't go nowhere. He couldn't. It was very seldom that they allowed him to run, and they didn't go for the ball mainly. They just mainly went to contain him. They didn't
Yeah.
go for the sacks. They said, "I need your arm to beat me. If you gonna beat us, we need your arm to do it." And I think too, it was like the first quarter when the first time Lamar took off to run, Lamar slid. I've never seen Lamar slide in a big game like that. When he
Yeah.
didn't go, I said, "Oh yeah, he either scared or they done told him not to do," and that's gonna mess his game off. And that's
Yeah.
what it did. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it did. I think too another thing that messed them off is the unnecessary roughness.
The non-call.
Too many. They was too aggressive. Now we
Yeah.
know Baltimore Ravens to be very aggressive. They
Oh
defense
yeah. Yeah.
always been aggressive since Ray Lewis. I mean, they've always been tough.
Yeah.
But this was to the extreme.
Yeah. The penalties. Like I say, it seemed like the whole team they were just making so many different mistakes.
Yeah.
What was his name? Flowers. Flowers. He's a rookie, but he was basically their number one receiver.
Had a good game.
Yeah, he just didn't have too many, offensive threats. Flowers being a rookie, being a number one player, he made a huge mistake. But
At the
they played a
wrong
real
time.
sloppy game.
At
Yeah,
the
played a real
wrong time.
sloppy game.
They made the mistakes, it seemed like at the wrong time. And every time they made it, Mahomes made them pay for it. And it
Yeah,
really wasn't,
capitalized off of.
yeah, it really wasn't a high scoring game. But and that's what I want to get into a little later about the Chiefs not scoring high.
Yeah,
Because I think that gives us a chance. It's still something going on with their offense. Um,
yeah,
but it wasn't a real high scoring game. But like you said, Patrick Mahomes managed the game. Where your camera go, Adrian? He managed the game very well.
yeah. I'm
I
trying to.
can hear you, but you disappeared.
Okay, here I come.
Okay.
Ain't nowhere.
Now,
All
what
right.
did you like about the Chiefs?
Well, I like the defense. Like I
They
said, I
stepped.
like the coaching, how they manage the game. Steve Spagnuolo, Andy Reid, they really managed the game well. Mahomes, Kelsey, they
Stepped
just kind of open up the playbook, and it's like they had because Kelsey hasn't been playing that great the last several games, so I think that they had that in their back pocket and they just pulled it out at the right time because Kelsey he made some amazing catches and plays.
right,
He was clicking on all cylinders.
right. But do you think that they just was able to capitalize off of the Ravens' lack of experience and mistakes?
Well, yeah, the fumble. I know. Lamar Jackson, he had the fumble. Flowers, the fumble in the end zone.
Yep,
Just
that-
yeah, the calls, the it was just like, they had so many opportunities to get back in the game and actually win a game, and they just were not like dialed in, focused. They just kept making them mistakes, and
Yeah.
it's lack of experience to a degree. But Lamar Jackson, that's a quarterback, that's the captain, of your team, that's the MVP of the league. It's on him to bring the team together and know the strength and weaknesses of the team.
Right. Now, tell me one weakness that you saw from the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, me, it's still the offense. They still don't have a lot of weapons. The run game is there, but it's pretty, is meager. Um,
It's just
you know,
Pacheco, really.
yeah, you got Kelsey. He's going to always get you down the field, but you need different offensive threats.
Yeah.
And now that they're about going to the Super Bowl and going against a team that's Frisco, they stacked on every level. They ready. You know what I'm saying? Offensively, I mean, you got to score.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be tough. But yeah, if their weakness is they're still not able to, put up, 30, 20, 30 points consistently.
Right. Right.
Yeah, like they used to when they had um I forget his name.
Tyreek.
Tyreek Hill. Yeah, Tyreek Hill. Yeah.
Now, do you think I know we haven't seen much of this season from the Kansas City Chiefs, but do you think how well or you think this Kansas City Chiefs offense, how well do you think they can come back from a 2-point deficit?
A 2 point deficit. I mean, am I understanding you right? Just two
Like
points?
if so not 2 points. I mean two field goals
Two
or
scores,
scores.
two
Yeah.
score game, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? How
Do
can
you
they
think
come back from a
this
two?
team is able to come back from being down 14?
Yeah, two score deficit, right? Um, yeah, and yeah, I mean Mahomes, they're capable of it. He's a great quarterback. We haven't been seeing it a whole lot, especially the big plays. They brought in Scandaline, I think, for that position, and
Hmm.
he did make one. He did make a big play. He did make a big play that game that kind of sealed it for
Is this
Kansas
the
City.
Valdez?
Yes, Scanlon Valdez. They
Yeah,
call him something, MB something, but
yeah,
yeah. So they can come back, but we just haven't seen it since Tyreek Hill, and like you pointed out last time, the last Super Bowl they won without him. So you
yeah,
know, um, they can do it again this year, and I think they surprised me. They surprised a lot of people. I didn't think they had it in them. Even we were concerned about KC and would they be there early on in the season, probably mid-season.
yeah, yeah,
They found a way to get it done. Andy Reid, that coaching staff, Mahomes, that defense. The defense really stepped up. That defense,
yeah.
yeah, they played their role.
Well, Chris
They
Jones,
kept Lamar Jackson off his game the whole game. They just mixed him up, and he
yeah,
just couldn't get the ball downfield.
they contained him. They
Yeah,
contained him and they made him throw that ball to see if he can beat them, not with his legs, because they know if he take off, he gone. He
yeah,
can he can get out. He's the most person, him and Patrick Mahomes, and I think he's at the top of this list. I've never seen nobody get out of sacks so much. He can break a tackle quick. You
yeah,
gotta be really good to tackle him one on one. Like he gonna shake you.
yeah. I thought he would have a better game. I really did. I just thought he had a better game, but Kansas City, they drew up so many different schemes and just had him off his game. He just never was able to really settle into the game and play. Uh, and
Yeah,
KC made sure that.
Yeah, I think that both of them had two good defenses, right? And so that's why I knew it would come down to wherever the coaches placed them. Whichever coaches, this was going to be like a chess match. All they needed for their players to do was play. I think the Ravens, no one was hurt, no one was sick. I just think that the coaches on the Chiefs side outbeat them, the
Yeah,
other coaches. I just think that they didn't have, they couldn't, and I believe that I heard somebody say the Chiefs defense coach Spags, what he realized is that Lamar Jackson all year has not come from behind. He hasn't played from behind. So he know if we get a lead on him, he gonna get frustrated. They don't have no plays. They haven't practiced any plays with coming from behind all year. So I think that was I think I heard some announcer say that, but I think that was in his head too. Like we got to get a lead on him because he ain't played from behind. And once they got that lead, guess what? They didn't know what to do. The
yeah,
Ravens, the coaches, they didn't know what positions to put them in to even get a touchdown.
yeah. I mean, and the game was still in reach. Like I said, they just were not. They just did not play a good game. An offensive game. The defense, the Ravens defense, they did play pretty good. They contained Mahomes. They kept the game within reach. The offense just,
They
you
shut
know,
Odell Beckham down.
well, and they're only using Odell like as a third option. Sometime a fourth option. We just don't, haven't heard about him. He's not on the field all the time.
Yeah.
So they're not. Flowers were they number one. Receiver, right? Like I
Yeah.
say, I mean, he's a rookie. This is his first year. He's playing great, but you know, um,
What happened
that
to the
decision
run
to try to,
game? What happened to the run game? I didn't see no running. None.
in Lamar Jackson, that's your run game. So, a lot of, a lot of backs don't want that position with Baltimore because they know they're not going to get a gang of touches.
Yeah.
Uh,
That
yeah,
makes
I
sense.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson, he has more rush yards than any of the rushers on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Well, Chiefs won 17-10. Chiefs making it to a back-to-back Super Bowl in Las Vegas this year. What, 2 weeks away? It's gonna be great. Vegas gonna get turned up. You going?
nah, I wish I could. I mean, I could go, but nah, more likely I'm not going.
Vegas gonna be turned up. I wish I could go too. All right, let's move on to SF and the Lions. What happened to Detroit? They had Eminem there giving the FU finger to the people in the stands. They had all the announcers rolling with them. They had the whole Detroit, Michigan rolling with them. They ain't seen a Super Bowl since what, the 60s or something, or the playoffs, or what happened to Detroit? Detroit was favored to win, not in the betting because we
Yeah,
had a top seed, but in communities in the United States and regular people minds, everybody was rooting for Detroit to win. They had us down what, 27-0 in the first quarter. What was
yeah.
going through
Well,
your
no, what? No, it was like 24. I think 24 and the zero. Yeah.
what was going through your mind at when halftime came?
Well, I thought it was Detroit time.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to, if they continue to play like they played in the first half,
yeah.
it's going to be, hard for San Francisco to catch up. So, but I knew it was the second half to go. Um, they played a great first half.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so I'm walking away with a win. I'm thinking that, the Lions, won that, in my mind, as long as they, keep doing what they were doing in the first quarter, they were going to win. Like you said, it had been 66 years since they won a champ, or even been in a playoff, I
Even been
believe,
in the
right?
playoffs. Yeah, even been in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
So yeah, I was behind them, and that third quarter came and changed everything real quick.
Yeah, well, one thing about it is my spirits was down. Sorry about that. My spirits was down that first half. But I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that 49ers was the momentum was going to change. I just didn't know when it was going to change. I thought it probably was going to be too late in the fourth quarter when we started coming back. I didn't know it was going to be right after halftime. But I want to ask you this. Do you think in this game the coaches played a big factor to Detroit losing? Because Detroit could have
Yeah,
went
yeah, I
Detroit
saw. I've been.
board two or three times, and the coach decided to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, and I've been hearing it like from different I guess pundits or the sports announcers about the coach's decision. It was actually on the morning news on CBS Morning News. They talked about the coach's decision to do this and do that, and everybody's second guessing him, But if you know his record, he's been doing this the entire season,
Yeah.
and so it's worked this far. It's got you all the way into the conference championship, and he's continued to do it. So, and the kicker has a bad. I think the kicker is a rookie and then has some bad plays. So, they
Oh,
elected to
okay.
go for it on fourth down. And they've been successful for the most part. And it's a aggressive game, and like Tomlin, Pete Carroll, a lot of those coaches that go for it, play aggressive, end up winning the game because there was a time in the game where they had an opportunity to go up 7 points.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, but it was that one mistake, because they had a lot of mistakes too. So,
Yes.
but I don't completely put it on the coach. He's been going for it on fourth down throughout the season.
This the
So yeah,
championship. It's the championship. This is a total
yeah.
different ball
But
game.
this is what got you to the championship. This coach and his aggressiveness has got you to the championship. So
But
no,
it makes
I
sense
don't put it on the
that you
coach.
say they have a rookie kicker. So I guess he didn't want to put it in the kicker's hand. But it's like he neglected to go for three different, even when they was kind of close, where the kicker could have made it. He neglected to go for that 3 points. I didn't understand it when it was happening. I couldn't believe my eyes. And I
Yeah,
knew that was gonna be their downfall. Like this is a different game. This is a championship game. You can't. I've never seen a team go for it on fourth down that many times.
yeah,
Like that was a lot. And another thing, what I didn't understand with him is he didn't even. We beat them by 3 points. He gave he didn't even let the 2 minute warning come before he did their last timeouts. He did
yeah,
like two timeouts back to back. He didn't even, I don't know. He didn't give him
yeah,
a chance to come back or score.
yeah. That part, everybody got their different opinion when it comes to taking time out before the 2 minute warning or after, depending on where you're at on the field, how much basically where you're at on the field, that really matters, or where's the defense at, or the offense, can you get the three stops? So that choice is that the coaches have a lot of leeway to use different strategies to to win a game, you know, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, all right. We got 7 minutes before we move on to the letter. I want to
yeah,
ask you. So we got a Super Bowl coming up with a rematch. We owe the Chiefs one. San Francisco 49ers is going down in 2 weeks. And Sin City, Las Vegas. What I
yeah.
want to ask you is I know Patrick Mahomes is the greatest right now in football, the greatest quarterback. He's he's chasing a lot of Brady records. He's already superseding Brady at the length of time that Brady has been in, that Brady was matching his length. So Patrick been in there what, 6, 7 years? When Brady was in
Yeah.
there only 6 or 7 years, Patrick then already beat those stats out. So he stay healthy and keep going, and he's gonna he in the ballpark all by himself already. Got that.
Okay.
Um, Now, what is it going to take what do you think is going to take for the 49ers to win this game?
Well, I think the 49ers are in the driver's seat with this
Really?
game. You know, I've been wrong. It's hard for me to even make a prediction because all of them been wrong, right? and and you love to say, "Well, I told you." But
That's
so
my
my
friendly
prediction,
text.
huh?
That's my friendly text to you.
Oh man, so you just said it a little while ago.
Did
Yes, you did. I told you. And yeah, look at the tape, right? Um, but I think the 49ers they're in the driver's seat and with this game. It's still not going to be easy because of the coaching, because of the defense, and because of the offense.
right,
Kansas City's offense, defense, and the coaches. Yeah. So the 49ers they're coming in. On paper, they have the better team.
right,
Particularly on offense.
right.
The running, McCaffrey,
Yeah,
Debo Sanders, you got a couple other receivers, they're playing good. The offensive line is playing good. The defensive line is playing good. So they, on paper, they have a lot of weapons on the field. What Mahomes and Andy Reid, Spagnolia bring is that that veteran, that championship creed, to the game, and maybe a small psychological edge because they beat them last time. What, three, 4 seasons ago, right?
right.
In the Super Bowl. So you know, but so that's what they're up against. That's what Purdy them's up against. But
Our defense got to get more aggressive, period. And
yeah,
that just showed in the beginning of the last game. It also showed me in Green Bay game. We need them to get aggressive. Aggressive.
yeah,
They do. They didn't slacked up. If we can get that same aggressive team that started the season, if we can get that defense, it's gonna be a heck of a game, baby. It's gonna be a heck of a game. But I guarantee you, we cannot go in there and let Patrick Mahomes get that kind of lead on us.
yeah.
Not gonna
Well,
stop.
it's gonna fall on Bosa. Bosa, when he's able to break through and have that game, he rallied the other defensive players around him, and that's when you get they hurrying the quarterback, they're clogging that middle. So if Bosa can get going, I think y'all will be all right.
Yeah, if our defense play to their capabilities, the Chiefs is not going to beat us.
Yeah.
One, their offense is still off. Oh,
But not that offensive line. That offensive line is still
no, the
holding
offensive
strong for
line, no,
Mahomes.
those receivers are Rice. Kelsey can be if nothing has showed us but this in the season with the Chiefs. Kelsey can be contained this year. He can be contained. He's been contained all season. He came across the teams that ain't containing them right now, but he can be contained. The rest of them make them beat us.
Yeah.
Stop Pacheco. Pacheco is
Yeah.
a whole nother beast. A
Yeah.
whole nother beast. My boy, listen. That boy tears the ground up with his feet. It's like he be
Yeah.
gliding on air, getting through there. I don't know what's going on. But
Yeah. That's
Pacheco,
why you can't give Mahomes that time. You can't give him the time to
no,
scramble, make up plays and get it down the field because, like you say, you don't have a whole lot of offensive threats. So, but you give him time, he's gonna find someone.
you gonna find somebody. You can't give him a lot of time. And um, what was I gonna say? Defense just gotta be our defense. If our defense step up, it's gonna be a long, good game.
Yeah.
Our offense, what you feel about Brock Purdy? There's been a lot of talk about this kid.
Well, I mean, he showed us that he got an arm. He can come back in games.
He
He's
can run.
focused. He can run. He see multiple plays. He's not one of those quarterbacks that just see one option. He see the second option. He see a third option. And he's going to take it. He wants that first down. He know how to manage a game. Yeah, he's playing real good. He's playing pretty good.
They
And he
trying
stay
to take my
focused, man. He
boy.
gonna,
They trying to down talk him, and I don't like it. I'm with Sherm on that. I'm with Richard Sherman on that. I don't like it. Like this dude that got the 49ers to the Super Bowl. I don't know what else he can do.
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not saying put him in Patrick Mahomes league. No. But he's only been in NFL for 2 years. 2 years.
yeah.
And he's gotten us to the championship 2 times. Now we're going to the Super Bowl. And for some reason, I don't know. They ain't giving my boy
They
his
still
props.
they still don't believe in him, man. They still don't believe in him, man.
And I think, things happen for a reason. I believe he was supposed to get down that amount to show these naysayers, look, I'm finna come back. I'm finna show you. It's easy to start off winning. But when you got a quarterback that can come back after being down, what is that, Adrian? That's everything. Because you ain't going to
Yeah,
always be up. And it's hard. If Lamar Jackson didn't show us anything, he didn't show us that he could come back from being down. It's hard to come back. Who do you know that came back at a championship game from 27-0? Championship game.
well,
I'll wait.
well, Purdy, he did it. I mean, the offense, that third quarter, he was getting the ball to his players. His completion was, everything was on point. There was a lot of mistakes that were made, like happenstance, those 50-50 balls. San Francisco, I mean, the momentum just completely shift. Really on that fourth down when it was 4th and 2, and they went for it rather than kicking a field goal. That is where I saw
Yep.
that the momentum shift from Detroit to San Francisco because Frisco came right down, Purdy came right down, they got a touchdown.
Yep.
And from that point on, it was another touchdown. The whole momentum shift.
Did you know
So
you was gonna hear from me?
they said again.
Did you know you was gonna hear from me after that game?
I mean, hey, I don't mind no friendly teasing. I'm gonna tease you. I was I was more upset that I wasn't able to tease you about the game than anything else. It's like,
I couldn't
these dudes
wait.
playing for money, a championship, and I just wanted to tease somebody. I'm like, oh man,
I
how
couldn't
small can I
wait.
be?
I couldn't wait. I said, I told
Yeah,
him. Wait. Oh, that was good. That was
yeah.
good. Well, we headed to the Super Bowl. Who you picking to win?
Um, yeah, that is. I
Because
think
I'm going with
it's
the
going to be a
opposite.
good game.
Because I'm going with the
I
opposite.
mean, yeah, maybe so. You know, well, I know
No,
you're going to throw a party out there. What you're doing? You know, you got both of your teams in. You know, you can't lose. You know, you're in a win-win situation. You know, so you throwing a big
yeah, but I'm
Super
going to be
Bowl party.
hurt. I'm going to be hurt if the 49ers don't win. I'm sorry. It's
Yeah, well,
like,
are you throwing a Super Bowl party, or
nah.
you know that's to be decided?
Nah, I ain't throwing one. And I probably, usually, the last time we went to a Super Bowl party, but I think we probably just going to stay in because I don't want to get people fired up when we win.
Well, was that again? You was breaking up. You was breaking up.
I don't want to get people fired up when we win. So I might just stay home, cook a little something at home and do my little thing. Cause
Smart,
I
smart.
talk mess. I get hype. And
Yeah,
KC fans, they really can't take the heat.
yeah.
They can't take the
Yeah,
heat.
well, I imagine it's going to be a lot of house parties and get-togethers around here. I might, drop in, stop in somewhere or something, hang out for a
Yeah.
minute.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be going down out here. When I tell you it's gonna be going down, Adrian, it's gonna be going down out
yeah,
here.
yeah.
So
Then you never know when your team going to get back to the Super Bowl, so you want to celebrate, have fun, man, while they're there.
yeah, and may the best team win. Best team gonna win anyway. All we doing is talking trash. They got to get out there and play. The coaches got to get out there and make those right calls, and may the best team win. I just really think that we have a big chance of winning. A lot of people, for some reason, and I accept it. They just don't even think that we have no chance in hell of winning. But
It's going to be tough.
I really think that
They got to be
we
mentally
have
strong.
we're the team to beat them, really, because really they the same team that was dropping them balls in the early part of the season, and we the same team that was smashing. We that same team. We
Yeah.
just gotta come out and do what we do, and that's it. So 49ers faithfuls, we up in that thing. My Chiefs fans, my KC fans, this not y'all year. But y'all got Patrick Mahomes, so y'all will be back again. Go figure. Anyway, Adrian, did you get a chance to read the letter that I sent you?
I lost you. Say it again.
Did you get a chance to read the letter that I sent you?
Oh yeah. Crushing in my mind, right?
Child, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a sad story right there. That's a sad story, man. That's a tearjerker right there.
This, let me go on and get it. Let's get into it. I hope you got some good advice for whoever the heck is her.
Nah, I don't know what to she. I don't know. Man,
I
go
don't
on, read the letter. Let us hear what you talking about.
I don't know what to say to her either. Okay, dear Tree and Adrian, I am an unhappily married woman with children. I am attracted to a friend of mine and my husband's. So it's her and her husband's friend she's attracted to. But he is
Yeah.
also married. He's a bit older, and I can't tell for sure if he has feelings for me, but sometimes I suspect it. He has made me jewelry and gifts, and I've caught him looking at me a few times. We have exchanged messages on social media, And he often asks me questions about myself, what I like. He just so quiet that I can't tell if it all means anything. I could never leave my husband and break up my family, and I could never break up someone else's family, but I'm starting to wonder and sometimes think I really am falling in love with him. What should I do? Sign crushing in my mind. Well, I'll start it off, Adrian. This is,
Yeah.
I
Well,
think,
first of all, I want to, appreciate her for bringing this to Tree and Adrian. Of course, we're here at your disposal, and we will try our best to navigate you through this situation.
yeah, that's it.
Now,
Yeah.
I mean, how this letter is written, I've seen a bunch of letters now from a Tree and Adrian letter, and some of them are confusing and don't give all the information. In this letter, she has laid everything bare to us, right?
Mhm.
And gave us so many different components of this, maybe love interest that she has. But she seemed like she's a very mature woman and kind of know that she may not be able to explore this. She got young, she's married with young kids. This is she's attracted to her husband, her and her husband's friend, who is also married. She don't indicate if him and his wife have kids. Um, but me, I see two adults, right, that are just that you're in a relationship, you're in a marriage, and there's some flirting going on, and she's allowed her unhappiness at home with her husband, maybe have her lead to believe to think that it's more than just um, flirtatious, the guy being flirtatious with her, because, if a man is in a marriage and he's happily married, that doesn't mean that he doesn't be, he isn't nice to other women, other
Exactly.
people, and maybe even be a little flirtatious, some men, we just want to know, do I still got it? Do women still find me attractive outside of my wife? And so it just may be him being nice. He may just be a nice guy, or he may actually be flirting with you just to satisfy his own ego. But I think that she's letting her unhappiness in the marriage that she's in cloud her judgment for this other married man, who is a friend of hers and her husband. She clearly knows that it wouldn't help her family or anyone else by her leaving this guy. She don't even know if this guy's attracted to her. So she's a very intelligent woman, for not pursuing it and leaving her marriage. But I think that your unhappiness is clouding your judgment, and you need to resolve that with your husband before you even think about being with another person or falling. You can fall for someone. I mean, the heart want what the heart want, but figure out what's going on with you and your husband. That's the right thing. You said that's the right thing to do. You would never leave your husband, your kids, or damage another household. Yeah, clean up what's going on in your marriage before you even think about being with somebody.
Yeah, I got a lot to say about this. And Tree gonna always keep it real. You softens it up for him.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I tell him like it ti is. You done lost your line, your everlasting mind crushing in my mind. I'm not gonna give you a pity party with this. There is nothing that you put in this letter, and I'm sure if it was something else that went a little deeper, you would have put it in a letter to explain to us why you are feeling like this about you and your husband's friend who is also married. This right here, nothing you put in there tells me that that man is coming on to you in any kind of way. Unless I missed something, he
Mm.
has made me jewelry and gifts. Okay, was it for Christmas? Was it for your birthday? Or was it for Valentine's Day? What did he make it to you for? Did he make your husband something too? Or was it just you? Did he make the kids something like and then we have exchanged messages on social media. This is the part that concerned me because why are you exchanging messages with somebody's husband? You started this whole thing off by saying you're the wife that's unhappy. So
Yeah.
because you're unhappy, you gonna start pursuing somebody else's husband? That just don't make no sense to me. And then you sit back and say that I could never leave my husband and break up my family. What do you think is gonna happen if this guy starts showing you some affection? Because obviously if he starts showing you some affection back, you gonna start showing him some more affection because y'all already messaging each other. So what exactly do you think is gonna happen if this guy starts showing you some affection, or if your husband find the messages y'all have exchanged on social media? Like, breaking up your family is not going to be an option because that's what you are basically doing. Now, the only good
Well,
thing about,
the messages you got to peep the messages, right? See,
yeah,
it seemed the husband is actually like not necessarily coming on to her in the messages. I think that he's just keeping it right at that level where it's inappropriate or appropriate. I think she's reading more into the social media messages.
for me, here's my thing about the messages though, Adrian. Why is he messaging her? Like, and we're gonna go deeper into this on another conversation. I just don't think that, like, if you ain't grew up with this person or been knowing this person for some years and you married and he married, what are y'all doing messaging each other? Like, for what? She said he often asks me questions about myself. What the heck are you messaging another woman for? Why? We can talk, you can ask her those questions in front of me when we chilling. Like, what are you messaging another woman for? I don't believe in this whole thing about people just meet and become friends the opposite sex. That don't work for me. Like, if yeah, we all have friends. We all have people we done been around for years, grew up with for years. Those are your friends. When you're talking about grown people and it's not a business kind of meeting, you networking or anything, y'all just hooking up to be good old buddies.
Yeah. Well, she didn't indicate like who were friends first and how those dynamics like came together, whether she knew this guy's wife and they got together as did a couples dinner or something, went out, but they were all friends. It seemed
Yeah.
like she didn't indicate that the guy's wife was a part of the friendship, but I suspect that she was.
Yeah.
This guy is a friend of, she said, of hers and her husband. So I'm assuming his wife is also one of their friends. And so, going on social media, communicating with each other, it is, to me, in my eyes, that can be seen as something that's innocent. And, like I said, I think the guy, he may just be a nice guy and he just, maybe want to know little things she liked to maybe give him a Christmas gift or anniversary gift. Who knows? I
That's
think she has taken it too far.
exactly. Exactly.
Only in her mind.
But see, this is prime example of why I say what I said about two people. Um, it's yeah, you can connect and be friends. I have friends that I'm friends with and all kind of stuff, but two people doing this, somebody wants somebody, right? Like it's human nature. You're two adults. You know what I'm saying? Messaging each other on social media, asking me questions about me. And then this is prime example of why a married man or a married woman shouldn't be messaging anybody behind their spouse's back, because you could be being a friendly person to this person and just, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Here's our last line. But I'm starting to wonder sometimes. I think I'm really falling in love with him. This man only been messaging her, asking her about herself, according to her.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the kind
And
of stuff that people get caught up into. Get caught up into.
yeah.
Then she say, "What should I do?" What you think she should do, Adrian? Because I know what I think
Um,
she should do.
I think I've already said it. I think that because the marriage that she's in is not working out, is not going how she would like it to go. She's clearly unhappy. She stated that. I don't know if the husband's unhappy. So I believe that she needs to figure that out. Once
Yeah,
she figure what's going on out, because you married your husband because at one time you loved him, you were happy, you got married to this man.
yeah,
Something has happened along the way that has caused that to change, right?
yeah.
So
She's going
you
to
need
that.
to explore what's going on with your unhappy marriage.
Yeah,
Figure that out. And you love someone else, another woman's husband, that's not the real issue. Figure out your unhappiness, because if you're willing to interrupt someone else's happiness, from your husband, your kids, the other couple, you know, this stuff impacts everybody, your family, your
right.
friends. So, and like I said, I think the other guy, the other husband, she didn't give his name, but I think he's just, a nice guy. He's just a nice guy, or he may be just flirting with no real intention on, leaving his wife. So
Do you think
just
that's a good
explore your
thing?
own unhappiness and figure that out. You
How do you
know,
think flirting works over when you're married?
what said again?
How do you think flirting works when you're married?
Well, I think people still do it.
Yeah,
People still do it. That doesn't mean that they're going to cheat on their significant other. But we do
they
it.
just want to make
Like
sure
I said,
they still
just
got it.
excuse me.
They just want to make sure they still got it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do it to see if they still got it.
See,
Absolutely. Like, if is my swag still on? I mean,
yeah,
I don't plan on going out with this person or stepping out on my wife or my husband. But I want, hey, if I could turn ahead or something, I mean,
right.
it's that same feeling I get when I go up against a younger guy in basketball or something. And
Handball.
yeah, handball or whatever, just knowing that I can still compete with this young guy that's half my age and beat him. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a sense of satisfaction. So I think flirting go that way in a marriage. I certainly wouldn't leave my wife because, she was flirting with someone, what I'm saying, as long as she's coming home to me and I trust her.
yeah.
I don't mind her flirting, what I'm saying? Show that, nice little ass you got, because ain't nobody getting that but me. You know what I mean? So yeah, shit,
Okay, Adrian.
get on the back of my bike. We're gonna show it off together.
Okay, Adrian. What you mean your bike?
Well, I mean that's a metaphor, because it's usually a
Okay,
girl on a bike.
get
She
me
got on a little
started.
short. She got the
Don't-
little shorts on. She on the back of the bike. You know what's going on back there. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's home right there. That's where I lay. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
It's so
Yeah.
silly. You
No,
better
the
not
daddy
get
get
no
that.
bike.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the king get that right there. That's it.
So silly. Okay, so crushing in my mind. Let me tell you a few things, young lady. I
Okay,
really,
go give it to us. You see, you're a married woman. You know that you know certain things that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Lay it on us. Give it to us, man.
yeah.
We
Well,
here. See?
I think you're right about. I think you're right, Adrian. She need to get herself together first. We don't even know if her husband got a problem. It looks like she the one with the problem. I think she needs to get herself together. One thing, the part where she says she's not leaving her husband, I don't believe that. I think if she find him, if this guy show her any love and affection to say he gonna leave his wife, she's up out of there because she started off by saying she's unhappy. So I think you need to get yourself together, find your own happiness outside of your husband, outside of your marriage. Find something that you like to do. You might come back together with your husband and then get into marriage counseling. Um, because one good thing, you're never leaving your husband. But I mean, if you're looking at somebody else and you talking about I'm falling in love with, I think I'm falling in love with this person, just by looking at him, just by him having a conversation with you, something is wrong and the marriage is not going to last. Because if you going to give in to any Tom, Dick, and Harry that give you a conversation or give you a gift, then the marriage is not going to last. You're going to eventually find somebody that's going to really be giving you that side eye and really want to get some of what you got. And if you really think you falling in love with this cat, then just imagine if the next cat give you a little bit more attention. So if
Right.
you don't figure out the unhappiness that's going on inside of you and why you are so attracted to another man that you could say you think you're falling in love with him, that's something that you need to address, crushing in my mind. And I'm happy you wrote into Adrian and myself so we can give you this advice, before you go sleeping with somebody's husband and y'all have a unknown foursome going on and the other two people probably don't even know what the heck is going on. Fix yourself, get yourself together. Get yourself
Mm-hmm.
together. You're a
Mm-hmm.
mother, you're a wife. You're
Yep.
a wife, you're a mother. Get yourself together. You got a whole family to think about other than
Mm-hmm.
your crush on somebody. A crush on somebody is like having a crush on Snoop Dogg or a crush on Eminem.
No.
Like, that's a crush. Like, you don't have a
Yeah.
crush on your friend. You don't have a crush on your friend, right? So get your life together, crushing in your mind. Get your life together and get and start prioritizing your family first instead of your temptations.
Well, she gave it a start. She came to Tree and Adrian, the Hootie Who's finest talk show, to
Yes, she
find
did.
out, what's going on. She just, maybe she just wanted us to reaffirm what she already know that is right.
Exactly. Because she did say she ain't leaving her husband, but I'm afraid he gonna leave you, if you don't get your life together. Because Adrian, people always think the grass is greener on the other side. She need to
Yes,
watch that movie, Why Did I Get Married? And learn about
one
the
thing.
20
One
rule.
thing I'm finding out is nobody's perfect. No one you get with is going to be perfect, nor do you want them to be perfect.
Right,
You get someone perfect, you're not going to appreciate them.
right.
So it's like you got to weigh the pros and cons. Do the pros outweigh do the good outweigh the bad? Can I live with this? About my person, this person I love, that I like, and can I live with this person?
Yeah,
Because you're not going to find anyone that's just completely, everything's right. I'm finding that out my damn self. You know what I'm saying? You're not. You're not. So what are you willing to accept? What are you not willing to accept?
Exactly. That's what it comes down to. And it
Yeah.
comes down to trying to find out a person all their bad. It's best to know all the bad, any hangups, anything that could cause an issue. It's best to know that. Find it out. And then decide, can I deal with it?
Yeah.
Can I be a happy person dealing with this bad right here?
Yeah.
Dealing with the badness, and it's vice versa, because like you said, no, we all, everybody got bad, everybody got something in them. This one probably don't like cleaning up, this one don't like cooking,
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
got something, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you just got to figure out what you can deal with. I remember you really didn't care for women with weave or wigs.
Yeah. And it wasn't that I didn't care for women with that wore it. My thing was when it was in excess. Me, I'm a naturalist. I believe in natural beauty. But that's no problem. And I've changed that some since I've been out.
Have you?
Um,
Have you,
yeah,
Adrian?
so because just really understanding like the different, not just the looks, the aesthetics, but it gives a woman, I know for some women it gives them a level of professionality. It's easier to maintain,
Mm-hmm.
particularly when you work every day.
Right.
So it's just when it looks, like what what was that? You know what I'm saying? No. You know what I'm saying? Don't have your weave where it look like a basket sitting on your head. You know what I'm saying? And you can kind of see that gap in between don't the glue that's dripping down and you done made it baby hair or something. The eyelashes that, come on now. You know what I'm saying? It's you gotta, in moderation. You know what I'm saying? Or something. So and don't take it out, one day and the very next day put it back in. Don't do that. Let your hair breathe, let your scalp breathe, let your skin breathe. We are melanated people. The sun is made for us, or we were made for the sun, that is. We were made for the sun. You
I
know what I'm
will
saying? The
never
first thing
forget.
of God you can look up and see. You know what I mean?
You talking about this melanated thing. I would never forget. Something happened to me where I had something, a bruise on my face or something, and you was like, and I was upset. You was like, just go sit in the sun.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting in the sun forever trying to get this thing.
Oh, it didn't work. Well, see, I remember I had a black eye for a long time, and it wouldn't go away. But I was staying in the house. I was barely going out. But so somebody, told me, look, man, you need, or it just popped in my mind. It'd be logical to go to the sun and try to get my skin back even, and it worked. Um,
Well,
yeah, because the black eye, it had healed up and everything, but I still had that darkness under my eyes. So, but yeah, to get that even skin tone, or just get that, we all need that. What's that? Vitamin D.
yeah.
So that's the only thing I have with problem with women that wear makeup or weaves, that hair extension, whatever it may be.
You
Don't,
like braids, though.
not all the time, like.
You like braids, though.
Yes, particularly individuals like the ones you have in. I think sisters look so beautiful, like that.
Yeah,
You
you like
know,
braids. All
yeah.
right, Adrian, let's get up out of here. We've been going on for an hour. Thank you so much for co-hosting with me today. We're gonna come back next week. I'm gonna have some content for us. I'm gonna send it to you days before next.
Hmm.
Have you? We're gonna do it Tuesdays, right, or Wednesdays? Tuesdays.
Tuesdays is fine with me.
Okay, so we'll do it
Yeah.
Tuesdays. I was trying to. Art had Little Stretch. Art had came on my live, and we was having a conversation about football. So I told him I'm probably gonna try to get him ecstatic. We could probably do a separate show or get him on the show and talk some football. Let me hear y'all talk some football and stuff because he had a
Yeah,
lot to
bring
say.
them on, man. Bring them on, man. One thing about old Art, man, he always have a unique perspective on things, you know?
Yeah,
Very
I told
unique
him I was gonna ask.
perspective. You, he come out of
Yeah,
left field with some stuff, but you know, he got his own way of thinking. That's my boy. But I would love to have them all on. What happened to your guy, the police officer?
oh,
We
he
never
hit
had
me.
him on.
Yeah, he hit me up. We're gonna have him on another night. He's gonna give me his schedule, and we're gonna correlate it together and see when we can get him on because the schedule's kind of tight right now. But he the one hit me up about coming on the show, so he's definitely gonna come on. But he couldn't make it tonight, though. He told me so. But we'll get Art and try to get Static on before the Super Bowl. You're stuck, Adrian. Anyway, y'all, we gonna have a Super Bowl special. We're gonna get up out of here. Adrian is stuck right now. But we'll see you guys all next week. Same place, same time, same day. We love you guys. Thank you for holding it down for us. And we will talk to you guys soon. Okay. Bye bye.